महाराज जी को बोलिए उधर बैठने की, महाराज जी को बोलिए उधर बैठने की। Can you sit here? I'm higher.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jaya Kara Mohore Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jaya Kara Mohore Toma Bhina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsahare Toma Bhina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsahare Pavana hetu tava bakahara Mosamo patita prabhu napae beyahara Nityananda Premananda Suki Kripa Holo Kana Holo Ami Bharatu Daya Horo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Daya Horo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bole Pare Chaitanya Nita Sanatan Rupa Raguna Itiva Prabhu Lokana Daya Koro Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangamage Narasimha Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
So here we are in Ekachakra Dham, the birthplace of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Ekachakra Dham. Some people say, how can it be a Dham? There's no Ganga flowing here. Dham, there should be the Ganga. So where is the Ganga? But it's pointed out, wherever the Pandavas came, that is the holy place. So the Pandavas, we saw, we were just at that place where the Pandavas had come. So in this way, Ekachakra Dham. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu appears here. This area is called Radha Desh. Radha Desh, it means the area where the Ganga does not flow. You could see when we were coming how the fields are very dry. A lot of the fields very dry. There's no Ganga here. So this is called Radha Desh. But many great souls came from this area, from the villages around here. There were many great souls who came to take part in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. So Lord Nityananda appeared here in Ekachakra Dham. His mother was Padmavati and his father was Harai Oja. Harai Oja, he's also Brahmin, and he was doing the puja for all the different Shiva temples around here. So he was married to Padmavati, who was the daughter of one Kshatriya, but they went on to have Lord Nityananda as their child. And when Lord Nityananda appeared here, Nitai, this land was very prosperous. We see it today, we think, oh, it's just some little village, poor village, a few buffaloes. And we don't think there's a lot of opulence here. But when Lord Nityananda appeared here, at that time Ekachakra was very opulent, because Lord Nityananda is none different from Lord Balaram, and he is the personality of Godhead. Brajendra Nandana se Sachistata Hailahe Balaram Hailo Nitai. So Nitai came as the son of Harai Pandit and Padmavati, and he grew up in this village, and this village was so opulent because Lord Nityananda brought with him all the opulences of the Supreme Lord. And Lord Nitai, he was enjoying every day playing with all the other village boys, and they would have wonderful pastimes together. Nitai would organize the boys together to reenact the pastimes of the different incarnations of the Lord. Just like we heard when we were walking on that way up there, there was one place where the pastime of Gajendra Moksha was reenacted. There was one kun there. And so Lord Nitai, he would reenact all of these different pastimes with the other village boys. And the people in the village were amazed. They said, how does he know all of these things? We never told him all these things. How does he know? It was inconceivable to them. They could not understand the identity of Nitai. But still, everyone loved him. And he was the heart and soul of the whole of Ekachakra Dham. Everyone was attached to Nitai. They all loved him, and they all liked to see him. And he was the real leader of all the boys in this village. And he would organize them. One day, they reenacted the pastimes of Lord Rama. And Lord Nitai had told them that, you must enact the whole drama. Don't stop in the middle of the drama. You have to reenact the whole drama. So Nitai was playing the part of Lakshman. And at one point, Lakshman gets hit by the astra of one of Ravana's sons. What's the name? Indrajit. Yeah, right, Indrajit. So the boy playing Indrajit, he threw a lotus flower in the chest of Nitai, and Nitai fell down and went unconscious. And everyone was, oh, he's unconscious. Oh, what's wrong with Nitai? Everyone was so worried about him. Oh, and they were they threw water on his face and they clapped and tried to bring him back to consciousness. Nothing could bring him back to consciousness. And they were so worried, and the elders were coming and his parents came and they were, oh, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai. They were all crying. They were so worried about Nitai that what's happened, maybe he's left the body. And then someone remembered that, we have to remember what he said. He said we have to go on with the drama. So they remembered, let somebody who's Hanuman, and the devotee who was Hanuman said, go to Gangamat in the mountain, bring the herbs to revive Lakshman. So Hanuman flew off and he came back carrying the mountain, and from the mountain they got the herbs, and they brought the herbs and rubbed them in front of the nose of Nitai, and he opened his eyes and came back to consciousness. So everyone was joyful to see Nitai back with them again. In this way, Lord Nityananda, he was enacting so many wonderful leelas of the Lord, all the different, he knew all of them. And he was enjoying very much in the village. Everyone loved him. They were so attached to him. But the problem was they were too attached. And Nitai was thinking, you know, it's not good, they're so attached to me, they won't let me go. His mother and his father, they always wanted to see him. They didn't want him ever to go anywhere. Where is he? Where is Nitai? Constantly, every day, from morning to night, Nitai could not get out of their sight. So one time it happened that some Brahmana came to visit Ekachakra. And this Brahmana was invited. He was a traveling sannyasi, you know, he was a renunciate. And he was traveling, and Harai Oja, the father of Nitai, he liked to invite people like this renunciate to his home. He said, please come to my home and we will feed you. My wife can prepare meals for you. So the Brahmana came to the home and took his meals. And Harai Pandit is saying to the Brahmana, please tell me how I can serve you. If there's anything I can do for you, please just tell me what you want and I will be very happy to provide it. And the Brahmana looked at Harai Oja and said, okay, I will tell you. Wait, just before I go, I will tell you what I want. Just wait. So the Brahmana was enjoying very much the hospitality in the home of Harai Pandit and his good wife Padmavati, and he was also seeing Nitai there. He saw how they have this very nice son. And he was growing up, he was already a young boy, teenage boy by this time. And the Brahmana was looking at him and observing him. And it came time for him to go, and at that time he said to Harai Oja, he said, you know, you wanted to do something for me, you wanted to do some service for me, you said whatever I want, I could ask you. And Harai Pandit said, yes, whatever you want, just tell me, it will be my great joy to give you whatever you want. So the Brahmana looked at Harai Pandit and said to him, you know, this boy of yours is very nice. He said, you know, I'm traveling to all the holy places and I'm alone. It's not very good to go traveling alone. I need somebody with me, to come with me. And he said, it would be very nice if your son could come and accompany me, and I will take him to visit all the holy places around Bharatvarsh. So this was not expected, and Harai Pandit became stunned, because he promised, whatever you want, I will give you. So anyway, he consulted his wife. He told Padmavati, he wants to take Nitai away from us. So Padmavati, she said to her husband, well, Prabhu, it's up to you. You have to decide. If you want to give him our Nitai, what can I do? So Harai Pandit considered, and before the Brahmana left, he came and brought Nitai. He told Nitai, he said, you go with this Brahmana. So this was actually arranged by Lord Nityananda himself, so that he could detach himself from the entanglement of the family and get away and to go and visit all the holy places. Because we said, Balaram Hailo Nitai. Lord Balaram had already visited all the holy places. At the time of the Kurukshetra war, that time Lord Balaram did not take part. Instead, he said, I'm going to visit the holy places. And he went and he traveled to all different holy places. It was at that time he went to Naimisharanya and killed Ramaharshan. And anyway, Lord Balaram had visited all the holy places. Now he's come again as Nitai, and he wants to visit again. Just like you come to Ekachakra Dham, you want to come again, I hope, right? We're coming, Srivas Prabhu and I were coming, we were saying, oh my God, so many changes, building walls here and there, so many shops opened. Initially we came, the first time I came here, we didn't even have a temple here. We didn't have any land, we just sat in a field somewhere in Hakata. Later on, the devotees managed to get this piece of land and they put a small building up. And then, with the help, there's one very enterprising devotee named Radhajivan Prabhu. He did some very good fundraising and he gave money to construct this temple very nicely. So the deities were installed by Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He came here and named them. We had a nice program. And now Ekachakra is developing more and more. We went to that Nityananda birthplace. They also did not have a temple initially. It's only in recent times they built the temple. So many of these things, the places we're visiting, they're very recent developments. That's the way of the Holy Dham, that sometimes it's manifest and sometimes it's not. Anyway, Lord Nityananda, Nitai, he left here and he went off with that Brahmana to go and visit the holy places. He went and traveled with him for many years. And when Nitai had gone from Ekachakra, it was like the light air was no longer here in Ekachakra. And everything diminished, everything went down. Although you could say Nitai is here because it's a holy Dham, and the Dham is the place where the Lord resides eternally. So you could say he's here, but he's in apricot form. He's not manifest, but he's still here. Anyway, with Lord Nityananda leaving here, then Ekachakra changed and the opulence was no longer manifest anymore. So this is the history about Ekachakra. And then Nityananda, Nitai is older than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Nitai had been traveling to the holy places, and at a certain point he came to Vrindavan. And he came to Vrindavan, and when he got to Vrindavan, he was asking everyone, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He said, I cannot find Krishna anywhere. And he was told, Krishna has appeared in Navadvip. You want to find Krishna, you have to go to Navadvip. In other words, Lord Krishna had come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he had begun the Sankirtan movement there in Navadvip. And so when Nitai heard this, then he thought, I should also go there. And Lord Nityananda then left Vrindavan and came over to Navadvip. Before he got to Navadvip, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling his devotees, I had a dream. And there's this very wonderful personality. He's going to come very soon in Navadvip, in Mayapur. He's a very magnanimous, very noble, saintly person, and he's going to come in a few days. So Lord Chaitanya had told the devotees about this, and devotees thought, oh, they didn't take it very seriously. But then a few days later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told all the devotees, I had another dream, and that personality who I saw a few days ago, he's come now, he's here in the Dham. I want you to go and find him. And he told, it was Haridas along with Ramai Pandit, the brother of Srivas. He said, I want you to go and find this personality. He's here in Mayapur Dham. Go and find him. And they went and they looked everywhere. They could not find him anywhere. They went to every home practically. They looked in all the different places, all over the Holy Dham. They were unable to find any personality who fitted the description which Mahaprabhu had given them. And they came back and they told Lord Chaitanya, we could not find him. We couldn't find any person you were talking about. And Lord Chaitanya said to them, I will take you there myself. So Lord Chaitanya led all the devotees and they went to the home of Nandan Acharya. Nandan Acharya's home, it's the next temple. After ISKCON, as you come along the road, if you're coming from Calcutta or somewhere, and you come up to Mayapur, you come to the ISKCON temple. So then the next temple after ISKCON, that is the place where Nandan Acharya resides. And it was there that Lord Chaitanya met with Lord Nityananda. And they were both in ecstasy to see each other. Lord Chaitanya brought the devotees in and they saw Nitai, very tall, with long hair, very good look, and he was chanting the holy name in ecstasy. And then when he looked up and he saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Gauranga, the two of them embraced each other. They were so happy to be together again. One is saying, Nitai, Nitai, the other saying, Nimai, Nimai. And they were both feeling so much transcendental love of God. Lord Chaitanya wanted to show the exalted position of Lord Nityananda because he was a new personality coming to their group. So Lord Chaitanya wanted them to all know the exalted position of Lord Nityananda. So he had a devotee recite some verses from the scripture. Just like sometimes the big Mukunda would recite, and he would recite, Aho Bhakiyam Stanat Kalakutam Jagam Sayapayanada. Like this, he would chant some sloka, some beautiful sloka about the Lord and His mercy, or there's a beautiful sloka about how Krishna is entering the Vrindavan forest and he's got the different flowers decorating his face and he's dancing and leaving his footprints on the ground of Vrindavan. So he was singing these verses, and Lord Nityananda, when he heard these verses being recited, then Lord Nityananda's ecstatic love for Krishna awakened, and he rolled on the floor, crying and shedding tears, and the tears from his eyes were so great, the whole floor became flooded, and he rolled and rolled on the floor. The body and the hairs on his body all stood on end. He was trembling. And he remained in this condition for several hours. The devotees were so shocked. Oh, they had never seen such a display of such ecstatic love. So they could all understand something of the exalted position of Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is the great general of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's army. So we will ask Srivas Prabhu to continue. Thank you, Srivas Prabhu. Another way we can get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, you know, Nitya Bina Bai Radha Krishna Paite Nai, right? If we want to understand Radha and Krishna, we have to approach Lord Nityananda. He can introduce us. So, Lord Nityananda's mood in delivering Jagai and Madhai. Mahaprabhu brought Nityananda and Haridas to his room one day and spoke the very famous words, which you know. He said, Suno Suno Nityananda, Suno Haridas, Prati Gari Gari Giya Koroe Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. Lord Chaitanya was ordering Lord Nityananda and Haridas that he wanted them to go door to door and to everyone and fall at their feet and beg them to chant the holy name of Krishna, to worship Krishna and to read the books about Krishna. So when Lord Nityananda was given this instruction, he thought we should go to the most fallen people. Usually, you know, when we go for Sankirtan, we will think, who are the most pious people? Who are the ones who are likely to give donations, you know? We don't think who are the most fallen. But Lord Nityananda's mood is to go to the most fallen people. And he went to Jagai and Madhai. He thought, if those two will become devotees, then everyone will know the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in that mood, Lord Nityananda went with Haridas. And of course, on the first attempt, they failed. They had to run. They had to run because Jagai and Madhai became angry and chased them. And they had to run away. But Lord Nityananda does not admit defeat. And he came back again after some time. And again he requested them. And this time he was assaulted. And blood is coming from his forehead. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is omniscient. And he knew that Lord Nityananda has been assaulted by those two fallen rascals. Lord Chaitanya came and he is invoking the Sudarshan Chakra and he was going to destroy them. And at that time Lord Nityananda pleaded to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, no, my Lord, in this age you must be merciful. And of course Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told Jagai and Madhai, this, you will be given, this is your last, no more chances after. If you fall again, I will certainly finish you. That you have to now become strict devotees and you should serve the Vaishnavas. So Jagai and Madhai went on to become very pious and very humble, and they did nice service for the Vaishnavas. They became branches of the tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by their devotion. Actually, you can go to Katwa, and there's a temple there where Jagai and Madhai, they had gone there, made a temple, they were reciting there, chanting the holy name. So that was one pastime of Lord Nityananda. It shows his his mood to deliver the fallen souls. At the same time, Lord Nityananda had a special temperament, and it happened on one occasion because he was going to Jagannath Puri with all the devotees, and Shivananda Sen was leading the party, and they were going to Jagannath Puri, walking, of course, and at one point they had to cross through some border, and they were delayed. Shivananda Sen was paying taxis, and he had to deal with the customs officers, and they got delayed. And all the devotees in the party, they were stuck in the hot sun, and they had not taken prasadam, and they had no proper accommodation. There was no shelter. Lord Nityananda became very upset, and he became so upset, he said, I curse Shivananda Sen, I curse that son of his to die. And when Lord Nityananda said that, then the wife of Shivananda Sen began to cry. So, oh, my son is going to die. Lord Nityananda's cursed him. And after some time, Shivananda came back and he saw his wife was crying, and he asked her, what's wrong? And she said, Lord Nityananda has cursed our son to die. And Shivananda Sen said, if Lord Nityananda wants our son to die, let him die. Why are you crying, foolish woman? And Lord Nityananda came there, and he saw Shivananda Sen, and you can see on the ceiling there's one of the illustrations of this pastime. Lord Chaitanya is kicking Shivananda Sen. He took his foot and kicked him. And how did Shivananda Sen respond? He said, oh, I'm so fortunate. I've been touched by the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. My life is successful. So Lord Nityananda was very pleased to see the mood in which Shivananda Sen had, that even after Lord Nityananda had kicked him, he was seeing it as a blessing. And Shivananda Sen immediately went on to arrange accommodation and nice prasadam for Lord Nityananda and all the devotees. And so this is one of the memorable pastimes of Lord Nityananda. And there's a song we sing, Lord Nityananda never becomes angry. His anger is always transcendental. Anyway, he could deliver many fallen souls. Another famous pastime of Lord Nityananda takes place at Panihati. After Gaur Purnima, there's a safari, and devotees will be going to Panihati because Ekachakra Swami wants to place the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there at Panihati. Panihati is famous. It's a place where Raghunath Das Goswami got the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Now Raghunath Das, he was born in a very wealthy family, not Brahmanas, but they were very rich people, very rich Vaishyas or Kshatriyas, but they were not Brahmins. And Raghunath was enjoying so much of the opulence, but he did not like it. He wanted to go and join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. And at one point he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and requested him that, please, I want to come and be with you in Puri. I will stay with you in Puri and serve you there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, you go home. Don't act like a sahaja. Sahaja means one who takes everything very cheap. He said, go home and behave like a normal person and keep Krishna in your heart. In course of time, you will be delivered. So Raghunath had to go home, go back to his wife and his family and all the opulence. But he went home in a renounced mood. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told him, go home. So he was at home, but after he'd been at home and been serving very nicely, his family were very happy. Previously, Raghunath had been running away from home, but now he's a normal person. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya, he's become a normal person. He's at home and he's enjoying family life. So it happened that Lord Nityananda was coming to Panihati. Panihati is right on the bank of the Ganges, and it's the home of Raghava Pandit. Raghava Pandit and his sister Damayanti, their home was there in Panihati, and they were great devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every year they would go to Jagannath Puri, they would take with them Raghava Jili. Raghava Jili means a big sack of prasadam. They would cook many different preparations and different sweets and savories and things, and they'd put them all in a big sack and they would carry them with them. They arranged special things which would not go bad. They could keep them for months and they would not go bad. They would not diminish in quality. So Raghava Pandit and his sister Damayanti, they were wonderful cooks. You know, if somebody's a good cook, they always have a lot of guests at their home. Right? If you're a good cook, people are happy to come. So Raghava Pandit's home, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there. Lord Nityananda also came there. Lord Nityananda was traveling with his party. His party were all cowherd boys. And they were all in the mood of the cowherd boys. They dressed like cowherd boys. You know, they had the rope on the shoulder, they had a flute, they had the ankle bells and everything. And they were really in the mood of cowherd boys, and they would dance in ecstasy with Lord Nityananda. So they all came there to Panihati to visit Raghava Pandit. And when they got there to Panihati, Raghunath came there to meet them. And Raghunath was well known because his father and his uncle were the richest people, and they were maintaining all of the brahmanas in Bengal. You know, the brahmanas in those days, nobody worked. They would just get some charity. And Raghunath Dasi's father and uncle, one was Haranya, one was Govardhan Majumdar, they would give the charity. They had a lot of wealth. So Raghunath was well known. And when he came there, Lord Nityananda recognized him. Ah, Raghunath has come. He said, you come here. I'm going to punish you today. He said, punishment is, I want you to put on a festival for all the devotees. I want you to organize a big festival. Let everyone have nice prasada. So Raghunath Das is very happy to do this. He's got money, you know, and he's happy to use it for the service of the devotees. Of course, Bengal, if you're in Bengal at that particular time of the year, it's very hot, very humid. So the good thing to eat, Shira Dahi, flat rice and yogurt. And Raghunath Das, he purchased all the flat rice and he bought all the yogurt, and people were coming from far and wide, even from neighboring villages. They would come and they would bring bananas and mango. Some even brought condensed milk, and they had very nice Shira Dahi. Every year we still celebrate this, the Shira Dahi festival. If you go to Panihati, it's very huge. Many hundreds and thousands of people are there, and there's a lot of kirtan and a lot of preaching going on, and everywhere they're distributing flat rice. Very rare you get Dahi, but you get flat rice with some sugar water. Anyway, Raghunath Das did wonderful. He got the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda is very pleased with him. And Raghunath came to Lord Nityananda and he fell at his feet and begged him, please bless me that soon I can get free from this well of materialistic life which I'm living in. So Lord Nityananda put his lotus feet on the head of Raghunath and said, very soon you're going to be delivered. And so it happened. Raghunath went home, and in a short time he got out of the house and he never came back. So this pastime is very important because it shows that if you go to Krishna directly, you won't get the mercy. You have to go to Krishna through his devotee. So Lord Nityananda, he is no different from Lord Balaram. He's the original spiritual master. And when you get the blessing of the spiritual master, then you can go to Krishna. Yasya prasadi, Bhagavad Yasya prasadi nagatikit. Without the mercy of the spiritual master, you cannot expect to get the mercy of Krishna. So we saw this pastime in relation to Raghunath Das. He got the blessing from Lord Nityananda. And then he went home, he escaped, and he went to Jagannath Puri, and he came to Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya told him, oh, you're very lucky. He said, you were like an animal who'd fallen into a well which is full of stool. You're very lucky to be able to get out. Now stay here and chant the holy name and worship Krishna in your heart. So it was the mercy of Lord Nityananda which freed Raghunath Das. If you go to Panihati there, you can see how there's a holy place there, right on the bank of the Ganga. So another, there's many pastimes of Lord Nityananda. Do we have time? Oh, we don't have time. Okay.
I was thinking of the Pandava, they went the last place.
The Pandavas, yeah.
Last time. No.
We got time?
No, actually, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
We have to go for prasad.
After lunch.
Hare Krishna.